pick a card that calls you. Then let's see what Spirit has to tell you. So if you picked the blue stone, then your card was the golden children. So let us see what's busy coming up with that, and then we will get our message. So this golden child that needs nourishment, that needs healing, that you need to nurture, is coming from a place of deep pain and heartbreak in the current moment. I just want to get a little bit more on it so we can get a fuller reading. But on the bottom of the deck, we've also got your death, which is telling me that whatever heartbreak the child inside of you is going through is about to cause a complete shift in your life, in your presence, in your consciousness. Everything is going to change along with this heartbreak. As you are moving through the pain, it wants you to move into a place of very deep abundance. So we've got here the Nine of Pentacles, which is existing in a Garden of Eden with every gift right in front of you, ready for you to pluck it from the branches. The Queen of Pentacles, really stable and grounded. She's a woman who has got all of her physical needs met. So if the inner child in you felt like it was never able to get what it needed in the material world, like maybe you wanted that toy, your parents didn't buy it for you, you wanted to go on that school trip, but you guys couldn't afford it, the time is now for you to start nourishing yourself and for you to move out of the pain that was caused in your childhood from not being able to afford all of those things that you really wanted. You've got the opportunity to make that up for yourself now. Get yourself the things that you need. Stop worrying about it, and look at how are you able to provide for yourself in a way that your inner child never felt anyone was ready to provide for them. Now these are all coming up reversed. As you are sitting in your pain, you're losing touch with the deeper spiritual realm that wants to communicate with you. If you're going to stay in your pain and in your head, you're never going to be able to move out into this enlightened and happy state. So I want to ask you to let go. Stop trying to resist against being able to heal. The time is now for you to come to a place of healing. You can stop resisting. The time for resistance is over. You are denying your own light and the joy that wants to come to you. So please release the pain. Sometimes, we want to stay locked in with the pain. It's this visceral feeling of excitement when we are in the pain. Like our body is excited into the pain and we're unable to release the emotion. But let go of it and allow the light to come into your life over here. It wants to come in. The sun wants to penetrate all the way in you and bring that happiness out. Allow the sun and your happiness to nurture your garden. Okay, and our last one over here is the Nine of Wands reversed. So you're busy beating yourself up. You are able to stop stealing light from yourself. You are able to give yourself what you need. Stop beating yourself up and thinking that you are not able to provide, because you really are. This card over here is telling me that you are able to provide for yourself, and you're able to provide for your inner child in a way that you've never been able to provide for that inner child before. And when you are able to provide for this inner child, you're going to walk through a gateway, and you're going to find a new way of being where you are completely comfortable in yourself, you are comfortable in the world. But in order to do that, you need to be able to walk through the door, and you need to let the resistance go of providing for yourself. You are worthy of provision. You are worthy of having nice things. You are worthy of having your basic needs met. So I hope that this is what this message is able to give to you today. So our key takeaways when we are busy looking at our stone and also at our card is that you are allowed to provide for yourself, and you're also allowed to express where you need to be. You're allowed to express where you need to be nurtured by others. This blue stone came up, which is telling me that perhaps it is your throat chakra that is busy calling out over here, and your inner child wants to be heard. It wants to communicate the needs that have not been met and that are currently not being met. So listen to your inner child. Give that inner child space to speak. And when that inner child talks, really listen. If you chose this purple, dark-looking stone, I don't know how does it look in the video, almost black. It's an amethyst. Your card was cracked open. Here we are busy talking about a complete transformation as you move through the dark night of the soul. And as you are moving through the tragedy and as you are moving through the pain, you are getting in touch with your spirit. Your body is cracking open and your physical life is cracking open so that your body can allow the soul to come in more fully. As your soul moves through its pain, your soul is also being cracked open to allow divine light from a higher realm to move into your life and to alchemize you. So let's get a little bit more of a message on this for you on your way forward and how you can move through this time of being cracked open, because it's painful as you are busy moving through it. Please, guides of the collective, for the highest lights, give us some advice for this person being cracked open. As you're being cracked open, this for me is all about community. You are going to find healing in the cracking and healing in your relationships, in your family, in your close friendships. It's all coming together over here. And how now this 3 of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. So I'm wondering if perhaps where you are currently, as you are being cracked open, you have got very close friends and acquaintances. And as you move through the pain and as you move through the healing and as you allow your soul to alchemize, they're going to stop being just friends and kindred spirits. And they are going to become part of your soul family, part of your heart. These people that are currently in your life are just becoming closer and closer to you. And they are helping you to surrender. They are helping you to move on to something better and to a higher way of being as you allow the light into your life. So keep these relationships close, look after them, nurture them. They are the grand support that you currently have in your life. So really make sure you nurture and spend time with these people. You are truly blessed to have them in your life. You guys are creating wonderful things, wonderful time, wonderful memories together, and creating lasting relationships. So there's this beautiful unfolding. I wonder if perhaps you were never able to enter into a deeper relationship before. There was perhaps something always busy holding you back from entering into it. But you are entering a phase of life now where through all of the pain that you've been through, all of the challenges that you faced, suddenly there's this new energy that is coming in, that is allowing you to forge relationships there where you were just friends and to build it into something so beautiful. Hold on to these people and trust that as you are being cracked open, there is healing that is coming, and your soul is going to be on fire and enlightened and joyous as you move through this process, and you're going to have wonderful connections when this time of transformation is over. Okay, our key takeaways over here is that as you are cracked open and you are allowing these relationships in your life to flourish, this amethyst is telling me that this is an occurrence in your life that is coming from a higher realm. It is a spiritual occurrence as well, as you are being cracked open and as these relationships are busy growing and flourishing. There is a spiritual awakening that is busy happening inside of you with this cracking open. And yes, it's painful, but hang in there. Hang in there and know that your angel guides and the higher powers all want what is best for you, and that there is great light, love, and happiness coming. Now, if you picked this green stone over here, then your card was water the garden. So here you're being asked, how are you able to better rest? How are you better able to nourish your body? You were not meant to be running 24/7, to wake up in the morning and then immediately move into high gear and start achieving and pushing and doing all of the things that the world expects you to do. You need to spend time on you and on your nourishment, on your resting. So let's see, what message does Tarot have for you to better move into your nourishment and into your rest? What message do we have for this person who needs to rest? Please, guides of the collective, give us your message of highest lights. You need to be nourishing your own heart. Don't be allowing others to take from you, and don't be stealing from yourself. If you are not going to afford yourself that time, then you are going to feel broken. You are going to be feeling stolen from. You are the one who is able to choose what you put into your life. What you put in is what you will get out. If you are not allowing yourself to rest, you're going to continue to feel downhearted, tired, unable to cope with everything coming your way. But if you allow yourself the time to rest, then you're going to see that unfolding of the heart. You're going to be feeling full. You will feel fulfilled. You will feel extreme bliss. But you need to put that time in allowing yourself to get the rest that you need. Stop allowing, these are all popping over, turning over here. Stop allowing the rest of the world to dictate the way that you spend your time. This is a new way of being for you, but you're allowed to choose it. You're allowed to choose to rest. The world keeps telling us that we need to achieve. We need to sit down for meetings. We need to do our taxes and do all of the boring things that we have to do day in, day out without rest. There's no time for rest. There's no time for fun. Just be in the straight and narrow. And these cards are telling you no. Stop looking at this old way of doing things and look what is new. Look where to rest. Look where to take a holiday. You're allowed to look out into this new way of being and experience something else for yourself. Something that is going to fill your heart right up. When you do that, you're going to find your emotions start to settle. There where they were previously in turmoil and you only had these negative vibes running through your body, when you give yourself that rest, you are going to find such centeredness. You are going to feel this great peace come over you. In touch with your emotions, but not swept away by them. You know, sometimes if you're not taking the time to rest, when your emotions come up, they come up powerfully, and we're not able to act in a way that is calm and reasonable when those emotions flare up, but it's because they have been so downtrodden and they're so frazzled that they come out of you like a torrent, like a flood, when they get their chance to express themselves. But when you are allowing them to flow constantly in your water of garden, in your rest, when you're able to get in touch with those emotions, suddenly they don't come out like a flood anymore. There's a slow trickle, current, constantly busy moving through your life, and you're always in tune with what those emotions have got to tell you and what they're busy saying. You don't act from some unconscious place when you're spending enough time in rest and reflection. And then our last cards over here are the way your world is going to be able to shift if you can spend that time in rest. So sometimes we feel like we need to, our old way of thinking is telling us we need to constantly be chasing, we need to be working, we need to wake up in the morning and then start answering emails, go to the gym, drop the kids off at school, do every single thing on your to-do list for the day, and then after that we need to achieve as well and be chasing. And these cards are telling you no. Take a rest. As you take the time to rest, you are going to find that these things just come to you. The empire that you want to build is able to unfold. You don't have to be chasing it. It's just going to come from such a natural place. As you are rested, you have the energy to allow the stuff to come out. There's going to be a change in being as you rest. It's almost like you don't have to guide it, you don't have to force it. Things are just suddenly falling into your lap. But it's because you're rested and this heart space of yours has shifted. And as you are in that correct heart space and you're in your peace, suddenly you are able to build an empire. And things are able to come to you so easily and effortlessly. People are going to ask, how do they do it? How? Because I don't see them working. And yet everything is just falling into place. So I'm not saying that you need to be negligent in your duties. The King of Pentacles is never ever negligent. He's a wonderful and powerful leader who takes everybody's needs into consideration, but at the same time, you're coming from your garden where you are rested. So you're not doing it from a place of looking after others first. Yes, you have them in mind, but you've looked after yourself first. So I hope this message hasn't gone on too long, but just know you are still able to build your empire even while you are busy resting. So I hope that is meaningful for you. And we've got the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck as well. So it's also busy telling you, if you rest, that is where your happy and beautiful family life will come from. You cannot give to your family and close friends if you're pouring from an empty cup. So fill up this cup with your rest. Our key takeaway over here is that this nourishment of your heart it's going to lead you so fulfilled. This stone is relating back to Mother Earth as well. And it is reminding us that we are like Mother Earth in that there are cycles. And, you can't have massive growth and a big harvest if there was never that time in the winter for things to become still and for the earth to rest. And so you too need to follow your cycles. If this reading resonated with you, please remember to like and subscribe. I would love to see your comments to see which card you chose. Thank you so much for being here and have a wonderful day.